It was a rainy Thursday afternoon when Sarah walked into the small corner cafe, and saw the man she once vowed to love forever. Her fingers trembled as she adjusted the collar of her coat, not because of the cold, but because sitting at a table with a paper cup and a worn-out diaper bag beside him was David, and their daughter, Emma. The same Emma she hadn't held in 6 months. Sarah had rehearsed this meeting in her head 1,000 times, but nothing could prepare her for the way David looked up at her. Calm. Tired. But not angry. She hadn't planned to see him. She was supposed to be out running errands with her boyfriend, Jason. But something, maybe guilt, maybe the ache of a mother's love, pulled her into the cafe when she spotted David through the glass window. She hadn't expected him to be in town, let alone caring for a toddler all by himself. She stood frozen. David didn't flinch. He nodded gently toward the chair across from him. "Sit, Sarah. If not for me, then for her." Her knees gave way as she sank into the seat. She could barely look at Emma, who was now playing with a soft pink sock, babbling to herself. Sarah swallowed hard. The silence stretched. "I didn't know you were back," she whispered. "I never left," he replied, sipping his coffee. "I've been here, every single day." 6 months ago, Sarah had left. The weight of motherhood, the exhaustion, the fights over money, and the dreams she thought were slipping away had driven her to a breaking point. David was always the calm one, the fixer, the provider. But Sarah craved freedom. She thought Jason, with his promises of travel, independence, and a carefree life, was the escape she needed. At first, the thrill was intoxicating. No diapers, no midnight cries, no responsibilities. Just loud music, late nights, and Jason's empty words about building a future. But slowly, reality clawed its way back in. Jason wasn't gentle. He wasn't patient. He never asked about Emma. And every time Sarah tried to talk about the guilt she carried, he brushed it off. "You made your choice," he would say. "Don't start playing the sad mom card now." Across the table, David was watching her. His eyes weren't cold, just tired. "She started saying 'Mama' 2 weeks ago," he said softly. "I thought you should know." Sarah's breath hitched. Her eyes welled up. "I'm sorry, David. I thought I was doing what was right for me. I didn't mean to abandon her, I just didn't know how to be everything she needed." David leaned forward. "You didn't abandon her. You left, because you were lost. I get it. I was angry, furious, even. But I've had time to think. We were both drowning. I stayed and tried to swim. You swam the other way. But you came back. That says something." Sarah blinked away tears. "She doesn't know me. She probably hates me." "No," he said firmly, shaking his head. "She doesn't know hate. She only knows love. And she still has room for yours." They sat for nearly an hour. No arguments. No blame games. Just the quiet recognition of broken pieces that could, perhaps, be mended. Emma eventually reached out from her stroller, grabbing at Sarah's hand. That tiny, chubby hand held more weight than any apology ever could. "She looks like you," Sarah whispered. "She has your temper," David smiled faintly. Sarah laughed through her tears. "I miss her. I miss all of it. Even the nights we barely slept." "Then come back," David said. Not begging. Not pleading. Just a simple offer. Not for me. Not for the past. For her. She deserves both her parents. Even if we're not together, she deserves that. Later that day, Sarah sat in Jason's apartment. The sun had come out, but the shadows inside felt heavier than ever. She told him she had seen David. She told him about Emma. And she told him she was leaving. Jason scoffed. So, what? You think you can just walk back in and pretend you didn't disappear? Sarah stood firm. No. But I'm done pretending I'm okay with walking away from my daughter. You can keep your freedom, your parties, your detachment. I want my life back. The real one. Jason didn't fight. He didn't care enough to. And that, more than anything, told Sarah she had made the right choice. A week later, Sarah walked up to David's door. He opened it, Emma on his hip. The little girl blinked, stared at Sarah, then reached out. That was all Sarah needed. She stepped inside, dropped to her knees, and held her daughter close. I don't know if I can be perfect, she whispered. David replied, she doesn't need perfect. She just needs you. Final message. The path to healing isn't straight. It winds, it hurts, and it demands courage. Sometimes, we lose ourselves trying to chase what we think we're missing. But love, especially a parent's love, has a way of calling us home. Not every broken story ends in reunion. But some do. And those are the ones that remind us, it's never too late to choose what truly matters.